Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the oh shit.
No. You could do it because it'll go over it. It's not too loud. Yeah, we're live on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the very first episode of Locked and Loaded. It is around 9 p.m. on Saturday. I'm your host, Q, with my boy Ali. You ready to get into some NFL, NBA, college football, college basketball, all that.
Yeah. You're active on Twitch and YouTube right now. You should be active on Instagram not too long. Coming at you from a secret location, alias hideout. You talk to him.
Yeah. So we finna be covering. I ain't gonna lie, we finna be covering all the spreads, all the totals, all the player props, all the sports news. So stay tuned.
Some business news too. Some business things too. Some urban culture,
hip hop, all that. Special guests. So let's dive right into it. Ali.
Yeah. All right, bet. So we can talk about what the game is going on right now, or no.
Let's dive back to what you want to talk about.
The Jets game.
All right. Let's get to the Jets game. Yeah, so the Jets beat the Texans on Thursday, 21-13.
Well, hold on. One thing right now, currently, hold on. Is it moving slow?
What?
Is it like
nah?
Right, currently, it's halftime. It's the second quarter of the Jets post the Vikings post game, and it stays 0-0 after 4 quarters. So, let's jump into the Jets game. So you saying the Jets beat what?
The Jets beat the Texans 21-13, improving their record to 3-6. Texans from 6-3. Texans was also out without Stephon Diggs, who was out for the season with a torn ACL, and they're also without Nico Collins. But they struggled in that game, and the Jets took advantage. So people are saying, like, I got a question for you, Ali. Do you think the Jets have a chance at a playoff run, at a playoff match? Or it's over?
Okay, so those are two different questions, really. Do they have a chance at a playoff run, or do they have a chance at a playoff spot? You see what I'm saying? Like, those are really two different questions. So if we talk about can they get into the playoffs, well, it is Aaron Rodgers, so they can get into the playoffs. Like the squad's not garbage, but can they have a playoff run? I don't see them winning more than 2 games. I don't see them. Matter of fact, I don't even see them winning 2 games. I see them winning 1 game. And matter of fact, I see them getting to the playoffs, maybe putting up a good fight, losing first round.
If I'm be honest with you, they season over with. They're not getting to the playoffs. It's over with. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Raps is done up.
It's over with.
Let me see. That game was last.
Aaron Rodgers needed to retire. Like
that game was last Sunday or last.
No, that game was Thursday night.
See it. Oh, I do see it. They won though. They beat the 21-13.
Yeah, they won. But like just because they won, I don't feel like
but they're you forgot to say they're 3-6 though.
I said that.
Oh, you said that they're 3-6?
I said that. They're 3-6, like
they're 3-6. Matter of fact, take all that back. It is
Aaron. It's Aaron Rodgers. He need to retire.
Honestly, ever since he started being open about like the ayahuasca trips and stuff like that, like It's like
Start
like
declining.
yeah, like for real, like some things just need to be a part of the process. Like if you taking perks to like really get in and like really play, you know what I'm saying, like really like rise to the occasion, that just needs to be behind the scenes. Cause like once you start putting that out there, it's just like
It's like,
you open
come
yourself
on.
to unfair criticism, unnecessary criticism even.
Because you know once you start playing bad, they're gonna start using that. They're gonna use that shit against you anyway.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but I mean, that's really a funny situation because they really don't even have a coach for real. Because you know Aaron Rodgers was the coach, and they got the coach up out of there. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I never liked Robert Saleh for them, like, like ever at any point. So I'm not surprised that he's gone. I'm not surprised they didn't do that well. Like I never felt his presence as a coach. Like first of all, it's the New York Jets, so like who even is Robert Saleh? I really feel like Belichick should have took that over from Jim and tried to see if because that's really the storyline here. That's really the storyline. Brady versus Rodgers. So if Belichick had took over at New York, then it really you really would have been able to see like the coach versus the quarterback thing because Brady left, okay, and he went and got another one. Right? That's facts. That's fact. But then Belichick was stuck with Mac Jones. That was butt cheeks. So for real, if you had given him the opportunity to be in New York, you never even know. Like you might have actually seen something and then you would have been able to make like a different argument there. Even though you know Brady is the GOAT, but
That's true. That's true. I can't disagree, but at the same time, how much expectations can you really have for like a 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers? You know,
yeah, I feel like the only reason that we're even still like seeing this is because one of what Brady did and two what LeBron is doing. But basketball and football are two different sports. They're two different sports. So when we talk about and like LeBron's black,
come
LeBron's
on, yeah.
so
Aaron
like
Rodgers, we can't we not comparing Aaron Rodgers to LeBron. Like, I
exactly,
ain't
that's what I'm saying. So, but like when you look at Brady, okay, he went to Tampa, but he went to Tampa and he brought Gronk with him, and then he lost his marriage behind that. So like he was committed. You feel me? Like it was never no half measures there. So it's like Aaron Rodgers, yeah, but he's not even showing up to training camp. Like how seriously can you be taking it if you're not showing up to training camp? I don't care if
that's
you're a veteran. It's still a new team. Like it's not like you know what I mean.
that's a
You
fact.
haven't been with these guys. Like I've seen a lot of criticisms that they're saying like they haven't built a good camaraderie. It's like
I don't want to stay on the Jets too long because they just a lost cause, even if
I
they
mean
got the
three and
win.
six. 3 and 6
Um,
speaks for
the
itself.
next game I want to talk about, we can stay out here. We can stay where we at in Atlanta. We can go to the Falcons versus Cowboys. They play in Atlanta. Falcons beat the Cowboys 27-21. It was really a beatdown from the jump, honestly. Uh,
Okay. Like this
Cowboys just Cowboys just suck, honestly.
it's 27-21.
Yeah, but I watched that game, and honestly, the Cowboys couldn't do nothing. They couldn't do nothing with them.
I mean, Dak is absolute garbage.
Dak
133
only had
yards
a
as a
hundred.
quarterback
Dak only had 133.
is absolutely disgusting to me. Honestly, personally, I'm from the DMV. So when I look at the Atlanta Falcons, I have great experience with Kirk Cousins. He's a reliable guy. He comes in the clutch. Like he shows up to work every day. He does his job. So when he was with the Vikings, I knew he was going to produce because he produced when he was on the Washington Redskins when they had no real roster. So like at this point, I'm never surprised by what Kirk's doing. He's a very consistent guy. Like 222 yards, three touchdowns. Can't really ask for much more than that from like he's like I feel like Kirk Cousins is who Brock Purdy thinks he's supposed to be. Like Brock Purdy is a very good player. I won't take that from him, and he has proven in recent history that he is a little bit more than just a game manager. But he's still no Kirk Cousins, in my opinion. Like you put Kirk Cousins in praise, like Kirk Cousins produces. Like it's a he's that
He
guy.
clutch. He clutch.
He's low key that guy.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So uh, honestly, the Cowboys just need to move on from Dak. Like constantly on it is I'm always seeing that Mason Cameron talking about like Jerry Jones paid out like billions of dollars and getting no results since like his last Super Bowl. And that's really a fact. Like he's really just wasting money on these guys at this point. Like they're not.
Just 'cause honestly, I don't think Jerry Jones wants. I don't think he cares to win the Super Bowl anymore. I just think he cares about the money. Like he not trying to go out there and get. He not trying to go out there and pay Derrick Henry or pay a big time receiver. Like
You think he's
you know,
cool?
he
Like,
not trying to win the Super Bowl. He just cool. He cool with winning a couple 10+ games in the season. Winning maybe losing the first round and then calling it a season and then saying they had a good run and that's it. We got one viewer who that.
you think I should have it like this or like this? Or like how I had it before?
If we do it closer. Well, that's that, like that.
Yeah, like the Cowboys, they need to scrap Dak. He's absolute. He honestly, I'm really just trying to figure out how we even got sucked into this trope and this argument that Dak Prescott isn't the quarterback. Like, what I really think it is that Cowboys fans are so delusional that once they realized they were stuck with Dak Prescott, they decided to double down and just say that he's really a good quarterback when really everybody knows he's garbage. Like, you know,
Yeah,
that's how I'm coming. And while we're talking about the Cowboys, we got to talk about how they passed up on Derrick Henry because, like, let's be real.
Come on
Derrick
now.
Henry said that,
And they struggling without they don't got no running back now. Like
bro, Derrick Henry literally said apparently he lives in Texas in the offseason. He
oh
literally
yeah.
said he was waiting for them to call. They never called. Like they brought Zeke back. Okay, that's good for the locker room, but like
But then they say they can't afford him, but then they're gonna pay Dak Prescott all this money. CD Lamb deserve all the money or every penny he got. But they're gonna say you
bro,
don't got the money to pay. Like, come on now. How you gonna
the
say you trying to
The Cowboys are so crazy because in actuality, if they had just scrapped Dak Prescott 3 years ago, picked up Kirk Cousins in free agency and just stayed down for a season, they'd be in a way better position because Kirk Cousins is the guy that you can take and put into any system and he's going to produce, in my opinion. He's a very reliable guy. Like, you know what you're getting. He's a family man. Like, anytime you have a quarterback who's also like invested in family and football, you can just almost assure what results you're getting because there's a team, you know what I mean? There's a team of people trying to support him. So let's move on to the Cowboys. Let's move on from the Cowboys. Like, I mean, Shadur's next home, maybe. Who knows?
No, thanks.
Deion Sanders is about to be the new coach. We're gonna see.
Speaking of Shador in Colorado, Travis Hunter is the new Heisman front runner to win it all. What you think? You think he can win it all?
Was he ever not the real front runner? Like anytime at any point in the season, if they had anyone over him, they were just being dishonest because they just couldn't believe what they were seeing on both sides of the ball. Like they just were trying to figure out how to disqualify him some type of way. Like, well, maybe he's not this way at this point. Like, you know, like he's really him. Like, was there ever any conversation?
There's no one else doing what he's doing. I ain't gonna lie. So like,
the real question is,
high level is no one doing it. So it's really no question.
All right. So what's the next game we got to get into?
Let me see.
We got to talk about something today.
Oh, Bronny got his first bucket.
Oh, we saw that. But okay. So Bronny got his first bucket, but the crowd's reaction really just was underscoring my point the other day that he really just has the world on his shoulders because bro made 1 point. Well, you know, it's 2 points, but
I don't really like how they playing it because like I feel like they giving them hella special ass treatment, you know, like every time the niggas checking the game, they giving them a standing applause, like bro, like just let them chill, like y'all, like just I don't know, I just feel like it's weird, like
yeah, like
they gotta chill, like just let him be a 55th overall pick, like let him grind, like you don't gotta throw him in the game and do all this extra shit, just let him work his way up.
I mean, it kind of comes down to like what they're saying with with quarterbacks in the NFL. Like I saw the tweet where it's like all these quarterbacks that are under 26 that are benched right now, like Justin Fields and who else? I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's like a bunch of quarterbacks.
Justin
Anthony
Fields,
Richardson,
Anthony Richardson.
like some more quarterbacks that are benched right now. I think it really comes down to like in this day and age, it's kind of like how even with social media, everything so go, 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 go. There's a developmental problem at every stage of everything right now. So I think that we're not developing our quarterbacks, we're not developing our basketball player. Like everyone is just not getting as much. We're more like back in the day, it wasn't like one and done. You know what I'm saying? So it was like before everybody like got really settled on, okay, I'm just gonna go one and done, you know what I mean? Now everybody's
Well,
just
back in
like,
the day, they was girls going out of high school.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But when they was going out of high school, they was good enough.
Right.
So it was like you had to be good enough to come straight up out of high school. So now it's like, okay, I know I'm only gonna do 1 year in college anyway. So it's like you're not even having a mindset of staying super, super locked in. You just thinking, I just gotta do 1 year in college, I'm gonna make it to the NBA. Then you know what I'm saying?
They're
So it's
not
like,
developing. They like college. The whole point of college to the NBA is to develop. You can't you're gonna develop. You got to develop your game at each stage where you go. But college is supposed to like is where you go to develop your skills and really build your brand and play style. So that when you get to the NFL, when you get to the NBA, you get to the league, you are already you're professional minded, and the way you move, the way you think, the way you work, the way you eat, sleep, all type of shit.
no cap though. They do have a developmental problem. Okay, so the next game we should talk about Saints Panthers.
Panthers,
Okay,
Panthers got that dog. That is
so
crazy.
so we gotta talk about this
But did you see the tweet?
because
Did you see the tweet that Cam Jordan made? Hold on, I gotta pull it up.
why you find that we just have to talk about this same thing
No, the
because
sensation was terrible.
they're so unserious. They're absolutely unserious. At the beginning of the season, we see them absolutely blowing teams out. Blowing
The
teams.
first two games, first two games, they was
They
putting
have
up
they have
40.
two wins and they put up astronomical numbers. After that, it's been a straight 7-game losing streak.
That's
And they
sad.
lose to the Carolina Panthers.
And the crazy thing is, after those first two games, they were the most bet on team to win the Super Bowl in the whole country. They were the most bet on team.
The numbers were okay. Since we're talking about the Super Bowl, is it too early to call for the Jayden Daniel Super Bowl, Washington Commanders Super Bowl? I feel like if they get one more game, I'm betting the house on that. If they get one more game, I got to go on whatever is gonna sponsor us, and then place that motion because I'm telling you, it's something about this Jayden Daniels thing. And Aiton, that would be what 8-2. That would be 8-2.
They're 7-2 right now.
Yeah. So if they win in one more game, that's 8-2. 8-2 is that's a little something special. So
That's a great record right there. I ain't gonna lie. First, that's 80%. 10 games, that's 80%.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, is it too early to call for the Jayden Daniels Super Bowl run?
So you saying they being the Lions. They being the Lions and they being the Eagles in the playoffs.
All right, let's break this down. Let's really break this down.
So I think they probably going to play the Eagles. They could beat the Eagles.
They could beat the Eagles because the Eagles are inconsistent. Saquon could have a big game.
Saquon been wilding though. I ain't gonna lie.
The thing about the Eagles is this: they have all the weapons, but they're not necessarily scheming. They're not scheming it for real. They're just out here moving. Like, isn't I think it's like Kellen Moore. He's with the Lions now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're over there scheming. You know, they're scheming it up. Over on the Eagles, they got all these weapons. They're just kind of like, they're just going.
And they barely beat the Jaguars today. They barely beat the Jaguars. They almost lost.
Oh, that's that coach purse. You got the that's the coach purse, right? No? Oh, that looks like that coach purse. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. There's this new one, they got like cherry charms on it. It's looking hard. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. What were we talking about though? I thought.
We can get into this Sunday night football game and then the Monday night football game tomorrow.
Well, okay, but beating the Lions though. Can the Commanders beat the Lions?
Can the Commanders beat the Lions?
They-
The Lions are dangerous, honestly.
I think the Commanders can beat them.
I think their offense can keep up with them. I don't know if the Commanders defense can keep up with the Lions offense.
Okay, but here's the thing: Aiden Hutchinson was out, and that's a difference maker.
Yeah.
When you don't have Aiden Hutchinson rushing the
That's
passer,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think that the Commanders offense can put up points, but I don't know if their defense will be able to stop the Lions. Like, you know what I'm saying?
but it can end up being. I think it's going to
And
come down.
when we look down in history, like when you look like Jared Goff, pretty sure Jared Goff been in the Super Bowl. He ain't win one, but he been in the Super Bowl. He's an experienced quarterback. You feel me? Plenty of playoff wins, plenty of playoff games. And when it comes down to playoffs and games like that, like you always want to take the experience over the rookie. You know?
Yeah.
The rookies could win, but it's like I'm taking the rookie. I'm taking the experienced guy over the rookie every day.
If you're watching us on Twitch, do that gifting thing. I don't know how it works. We new to this, but show some love.
Up, follow up.
Follow up, do all that stuff. Whatever you gotta do, find us again.
Show love, word.
That's what I'm saying. But I think they can beat the Lions. I think it's gonna come down to who has home field advantage and scheme, because they got Kellen Moore, and they also and the Commanders got Eric Bieniemy. They got Jared Goff. The Commanders got Jayden Daniel. You know what I'm saying? They got Ross St. Brown. The Commanders got Terry. You said who?
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, Terry. Yeah, Scary Terry. So
Terry.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like it could really go. The one thing is though, the Commanders have don't they have Austin Eckler at running back?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like
the Commanders and the Lions both got a dynamic duo running back.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Ryan Robinson, Austin Eckler, and then the Lions got Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
The thing is, that's the game everyone really wants to see in the playoffs, because that's gonna be a straight bloody scrap. Because both of those franchises need this. Both of those franchises need this.
That's a fact. Who do you think needed more? Who do you think needed more?
Commanders for sure.
I think Detroit needed more.
Commanders need this.
They need this for sure. I feel like Detroit been itching for Detroit been close and ain't get there. I mean they was close last year.
Yeah, but that's why they don't need it. But that's why they don't need it as much. Like this is the first time that that Commanders been 7-2 since like 1996 or something like that. It's like 96, 97. It's either 96, 97 or 92. It's one of those years. Either way, it's the mid 90s.
God damn. No, I would love to see that matchup. I would love to see that matchup.
This just like the first time that Clark even put 2-3 wins back to back in like 4-5 years. So
no, that's a fact though. That's a fact.
And we got to talk about that Morehouse Clark matchup too.
Oh yeah, we already know who's taking that dub.
All right. We're gonna get to that. But diving back into the NFL, what's the next game we got to talk about?
Let me ask you this one question before we jump to the next game. If you had to predict the spread, if the Lions and the Commanders were to play next week, right? What would you predict the spread be?
Okay, you said Lions and Commanders will play next week.
This what if they don't? I don't think they play next week. I'm pretty sure they don't.
I don't know. Listen, sorry.
Like, who you think would be favored or should be
All
favored?
right. Okay. If the Lions and Commanders play next week, the Commanders would be favored.
Commanders be favored. You think?
If the Lions and Commanders play next week, I think the Commanders would be the favorite. But if they play whenever they actually play, the Commanders are gonna be the favorite just because people like hype, and right now they're on a hype, they're on a roll. Like, yes, the Lions is good, but it's like just how people said everyone's expecting the Lions to be good now. In previous years, they expected them to be some butt. So like this year, we ain't expect the Commanders to do what they're doing. That's why it's so special.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
But I don't think they'll be the underdogs, low key. Not
I think they
really.
might be the underdogs because Detroit's so stacked.
Detroit is stacked, but if you look at it on paper, so are the Commanders. Like Jayden Daniels likes that. Terry McLaurin, he just hasn't had a quarterback. He's been staying down. He's likes that. Austin Eckler is likes that. He just switched teams.
Yeah, you're not lying. You're not lying.
Like,
I can't.
if you look at the matchup on paper, it can go either way almost. So I really feel like it's gonna come down to who's playing where and who wants it and when they play.
Right. That would be a great matchup. I might have to lock that in on FanDuel. You feel me? NFC champion matchup. I might have to lock that in and see some plus odds. I might gotta find that right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me see what that's talking about.
Why are you looking that up? Yeah,
We can get into the next game, Monday Night Football.
You want to talk about the Commanders
Chiefs.
beating the Giants?
Commanders being the Giants. Yeah, we could talk about that. I mean, they beat my Giants.
Yeah, he didn't want to talk about that because
I wasn't trying to talk about it. I was ducking that. I ain't gonna lie. I was ducking
because
that.
Daniel Jones is some butts.
Yeah, he sucks.
But you had an interesting take about Tommy DeVito. You said it's gonna be what it is either way.
Yeah, this nigga Daniel Jones. I mean, they paid him all that fucking money. It's like, how you gonna pay a nigga? I mean, he sucks. So he's terrible. So he need to get benched. You know, this nigga has 0 passing yards and 1 touchdown in the first half. That's a historic stat. Like, how you have 0 passing yards and 1 touchdown?
Daniel Jones, he has 0 passing yards.
0 in the first half. He had 0 passing yards and 1 touchdown, 1 passing touchdown. Like, that's ass. That's random. That's terrible.
So what's up with Tommy DeVito though?
I don't know. I haven't seen him play all season.
He could shock us. He could, like, last time I saw him play, he was showing up. And when I was in New York,
better. I don't think he's gonna be much better.
I mean, you were saying that, but when I was in New York last summer, like all on the radio, they was calling for Tommy in New York. They was calling for Tommy. So, like, what is it really? You know?
That's true. I just feel like we need to draft. We need to draft somebody.
No.
We need to draft. We need to get somebody in the draft.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You hear me?
You hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you. I'm trying to connect my headphones again, but it's because they're about to die. That's why I did that. But I don't know if I can use them and charge them at the same time.
Are you going to get into the last segment and wrap it up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, you're in my headphones again.
I said you want to get into the last
Tommy
segment and wrap it
DeVito.
up?
Yeah, we could do that. Tommy DeVito garbage. Um,
I mean, I appreciate DeVito for what he did last season.
oh no, my fault. I said Tommy DeVito garbage. No, I meant Daniel Jones garbage. Tommy
Yeah, he
DeVito.
sucks.
I feel like if Tommy's given an opportunity, he can do something good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure. Giants need an offensive line. We need a fucking line. We need some receivers. We need a quarterback. We need everything, bro.
Help. Yeah,
We need help. We need Jesus.
but I was watching Hard Knocks, and I think Joe Shane's just giving Daniel that one last year because he came in after the Daniel decision was made, so he got to just let certain things play out
Oh yeah.
before he makes his big boy moves. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to step on too many toes too fast.
Hell yeah.
Bills beat the Dolphins. That's no surprise. Wait, is
That was a
Tua
good
back?
game.
Tua's back.
Tua's back. That was a good game. That was a good game.
I guess that is kind of that's not a surprise. Dolphins are 2-6.
Dolphins could have won that game.
It's Tyreek Hill again. Like Tua's a good quarterback, but he's just not durable for it. I mean,
Yeah, I feel like he need to retire. In my opinion, he need to retire.
But the thing is, they were going up against regular season Josh Allen. In regular season, Josh Allen is a dog.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna talk about postseason Josh Allen. Not that good.
We're not scared of him. No one's scared of Josh Allen in the postseason.
Like it's almost kind of like playoff Pete. I'm not scared of playoff Paul George. But
I don't know.
I'm also not scared of playoff Josh Allen. Regular season Josh Allen is a dog.
But this team might be something different though. They got some weapons. I ain't gonna lie. Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, James Cook at the backfield.
I think they can make something. I think they can make something shake, but don't they have to go through the Chiefs?
For sure.
That's a non-starter. That's no motion. that's no motion. Like I don't care who Josh Allen thinks he is. He's not him for real. Like every time Mahomes shows him something.
So do you think the Chiefs can three-peat?
For sure. Like at the beginning of the season, I didn't think that, but like, can they and will they are two different questions. Can they? For sure.
All right, so let me see. Do you think it's more likely for the Chiefs to repeat or the Bills to make the Super Bowl?
Chiefs to repeat. I think if the Chiefs have to, if the Bills are the team that the Chiefs have to get to the Super Bowl and win, like if they get to the Super Bowl, then they win after they get through the Bills. Yeah, I don't think the Bills are realistically stopping the Chiefs. Like if they can't get past the Bills,
No, me neither.
If they can't get past the Bills, they ain't deserve it in the first place. Almost. We gotta
Chiefs
talk about.
I want to see how they play tomorrow night.
We gotta
talk about who?
Since we're talking about that, we should talk about the Bengals. Is because we gotta talk about the only guy who can beat Mahomes, and that's Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow can smack that boy, but
when is the last time Joe Burrow beat him though? 2 years ago.
That's because the Cincinnati front office is just they're making all the wrong decisions. Like you pay Jamar Chase, you don't do all this hemming and hawing. You pay Jamar Chase.
That's a fact.
Do you not remember when Joe Burrow was healthy and Jamar Burrow? Do you not remember when Joe Burrow was healthy and Jamar Chase and they was making that connection? The yards were nuts. Like it was crazy.
Into the Super Bowl their first year together.
Like let's be real. And didn't they both come out of LSU?
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, after this year, they're not going nowhere this year. So it's sad because after this year, T. Higgins is gonna be gone. I guarantee you that.
Bro, and the crazy thing is they messed up the chemistry. They doing too much. Like the front office making all the wrong decisions. But they beat the Raiders 41-24. So
Oh yeah,
Smack.
Raiders trash though. What's their record now? They
The Raiders are
no the
Raiders
Bengals.
are
What's the
also Raiders are also 2-7. There's a lot of 2-7 teams.
Bengals 4-5. Bengals could still make a push.
The Bengals could scrape it out. The Bengals could scrape it out. Last thing we gotta talk about. I mean, the Titans beat the Patriots, but we ain't really gotta spend no time on that because it's the Titans and it's the Patriots right now. So
Trash game.
yeah, like one team was 2-7, one team was 2-6. Like, why you want to see that?
Baltimore dominated. Lamar dominated the fucking
Yeah, like
Broncos 41-10.
it's the Broncos. Like we're talking about Bo Nix. Like, okay, cool. It's Lamar Jackson.
Derrick Henry 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. Zay Flowers 122 touchdowns.
It's Lamar. Let me check my fantasy actually. My
I mean, they
fantasy,
did what they supposed to do. Let me see. Let me check my fantasy.
my fantasy might have gone crazy. Ah, and it's bruh. Okay. I was about to say because every time I start Mark Andrews, he doesn't come through for me. He only put up 4.6 points, but Isaiah Likely put up nothing. So that's cool, I guess.
I'm playing Russ.
Alvin Kamara came up for me, 27.5 points. Like Zay Flowers, 29.7 points. Oh yeah, my squad, bro. The Bengals put up 11 points on defense for me. I think I might win my matchup. I might be able to make it push. I'm 3-5 right now. I don't know. I think I'm gonna get this win 4-5. Who do I play next week? But let's move on to the last game, and that is the Chargers Browns. And I'm not gonna. Oh well, Bears lost. Okay.
Bears got the ass kicked.
The Bears lost to the Cardinals. As someone who's low-key a Caleb Williams fan, it's disappointing, but I can't lie that he's kind of California soft. Like, and it's crazy because he came out of DMV, but I always say DMV raised me, ATL made me, because like where you go for college impacts your development as well. So like, yeah, Caleb Williams, I don't know about that boy. He's nice though, but it's like it's almost as if everything has to go right for him to be nice, even though he is nice. And
even though they done stacked the whole great team around him, give him everything he needed: receivers, running backs, defense, line. But he's young. I feel like he's gonna get it together at some point.
He's a clutch player. I'm not gonna take that from him though. Jaguars almost beat the Eagles, which is I don't know if the Eagles are doing.
It's not surprising to me.
It's not surprising.
I don't believe that much in the Eagles. I feel like the Eagles are still frauds at the end of the day.
We're gonna have to get my man Ray on here. He'll talk for like 7 years about the.
I want to hear Ray talk. I want to hear Ray talk about Joel Embiid. That's what I want to hear him talk about. Joel Embiid.
He said Joel Embiid plays like Kobe.
Man,
I'm gonna clip this and I'm gonna at him for Instagram. Ray Rag said Joel Embiid plays like Kobe. That is crazy.
That's top 5 worst things. That's top 5 worst things I ever heard.
Crazy take. Like he just likes to be polarizing at that point. I don't know.
He trolling.
He's for real. He really believes in Philly like that. Rams beat the Seahawks 26-20.
Yeah, they went off a crazy game winner. Overtime. That shit was great.
The Lions beat the Packers. Oh, Colts scored on the Vikings. It's 7-0 right now. It's 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Let me bring it up real quick. See that.
You talking about the Chiefs game?
No, that's tomorrow. We haven't talked about that yet, but we got to talk about the Browns Chargers real quick. The Browns are another 2-7 team. I'm noticing the pattern. They took out, Sean Watson goes down. They put in Jameis Winston. Absolutely great motivator. He honestly needs to be behind somebody.
Sean got hurt. He got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt. He got hurt. He went down. They put in Jameis Winston, absolute great motivator. He needs to be behind somebody's pulpit on the Sunday. And it's just like I wanted them to win this game. Like I think the world is rooting for the Browns right now just because of the type of motivator Jameis Winston is and the type of guy his character shows him to be. But I saw last week Cam was calling this. He was like, the thing about Jameis Winston is it's the highest of the highest and the lowest of the lows with him.
Oh, facts.
And if you look at the stats from this week's game, he once again put up yards. Let me see. I think he had 200 something yards, but he had 3 interceptions.
God damn.
Yeah. So it's like, he
That's
had
what he's known for.
235 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. So
He's known for them turnovers.
okay, so now we're talking about the Chiefs Bucks.
Chiefs Bucks, Monday Night Football.
Honestly, I low-key feel like not betting on the Chiefs at this point is a bad idea. I think I now need to start like this might be the first perfect season. Like, and even still, imagine if you had bet on the Patriots that season. Up until the Super Bowl, you would still be up racks.
That's true.
So I might be calling it. I think this might be the first week to start the train, and we're just gonna Chiefs money line, just Chiefs money line, like Chiefs money line. They just need to hammer it.
I can't talk no one off banning Chiefs because how can you bet against Pat Mahomes? I mean, whenever he's on the field, you know he playing with the refs. You know the refs on his side, so it's like
They playing with the refs. They playing with the refs, the league, the Swifties. It's like,
come on now.
The racists.
Trump, like, come on now.
Bad. But so yeah. I mean, I guess we can talk about some basketball.
And the Bucks just lost Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. They 2 top receivers. So. Yeah, it's rough for them.
Like what? Who's their quarterback? Like Baker's their quarterback?
Baker Mayfield, yeah.
Yeah, like he's nice. Like they tried to make it seem like he wasn't good. Like he's nice, but it's practically the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's take ourselves seriously.
Any at home, it's over with.
Arrowhead Stadium, be serious. You want to talk basketball, or you want to wrap it up for today and then get into basketball tomorrow?
We getting basketball tomorrow.
Yeah, we could do the outro, and then I'm gonna play the outro song, and yeah.
I bet.
So yeah, tune in some more Locks and Loaded. We're gonna have more picks, we're gonna have more sports talk, we're gonna have business news, we're gonna have cultural news, everything. We're gonna be on Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, all of that.
Yes, sir. Stay tuned. We only going up. We trying.
Yeah,
see some money. We trying. Just see some green. That's it.
We're gonna have guests. We're gonna have, a few girls with sports takes, all type of stuff.
All type of shit. Stay tuned. We locked in. Where we locked in, Locks and Loaded.
Bet. Let me do this.
I look at my mama like, mama, I win. I look at my brothers like, man, this shit crazy. I'm still gone. Been that nigga since I was like 10. I would give a farm and a limb just to see all my brothers again. In my life, I have plenty of friends, but none of them I can depend on. Okay, so the devil gon' show up right now in my